The race for the Penrose Cup heats back up beginning this weekend. We've got a look at 4 great conference series in this edition of the NCHC Morning Skate. Our marquee matchup this week features number 14 and 17 North Dakota in the desert to face number 15 and 16 Arizona State. Friday's game in the series kicks off CBS Sports Network's national coverage of the NCHC. UND took the phrase winter break to heart, playing just one exhibition game since December 14th. The Fighting Hawks beat Manitoba out of the Canadian college ranks 5-0 last Saturday in its tune-up for conference play. December Player of the Month Abram Wiebe had 2 assists in the game, while Max Swanson had a goal and an assist. UND has won 4 straight, including a pair of wins over St. Cloud State on December 13th and 14th, the latter in overtime. The Hawks are 5-4-0 on the road this season. Arizona State is coming off a commanding win of its own Desert Hockey Classic tournament last weekend. ASU beat then number 16 Cornell of the ECAC 4-0 to take the crown behind Gibson Homer's shutout. That was after a 7-3 win over Robert Morris of Atlantic Hockey in the semifinal. Senior Ryan Kerwin was named the tournament MVP and the NCHC's Forward of the Week for tallying 4 goals and an assist. That included a hat trick in the win over Robert Morris. He leads ASU with 11 goals, putting him in a tie for 3rd in the NCHC. The Sun Devils have now won 7 straight after a 3-7-1 start. The last time these two teams met was October of 2022, when ASU was still an independent. The Sun Devils pulled the upset, winning that meeting 3-2 in the annual U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame game in Las Vegas.
They're 6-1-1 in the last 8, right? And this is generally when they're good every year. They make their push to win the league, and they're in a great spot to win the league. So they know, obviously from experience, how big a weekend like this is, playing a team right behind them in the standings. So it's a big 6 points.
Also this weekend, number 6 Denver is back home to host Miami. The Pioneers are coming off a split at number 7 Maine of Hockey East last weekend. DU earned a last-minute 2-1 win on Friday, but lost to the Black Bears by the same score on Saturday. Senior Matt Davis made 73 saves in the series, including a season-high 44 in the loss. His .961 save percentage earned him NCHC Goaltender of the Week honors. This weekend, DU welcomes back head coach David Carl and sophomore defenseman Zeev Buyum, who earned the 2nd straight gold medal for Team USA at the IIHF World Junior Championship. Miami returns to action for the first time in more than a month. The Redhawks haven't played since getting swept by North Dakota at home on December 6th and 7th. MU heads west trying to snap a 10-game losing streak. The Hawks haven't won since October 26th against Lindenwood. They're still looking for their first win in conference action. Miami and Denver played just twice last season. They tied 3-3 the first night, with DU earning a shootout win. The next night, the Pios prevailed 8-1. Number 10 St. Cloud State opens the second half of the conference schedule at in-state rival Minnesota Duluth. The Huskies have played just once since the holiday break, a 2-1 win at home against future NCHC member St. Thomas, currently of the CCHA, on December 29th. Fifth-year senior Gavin Enright helped FCSU pick up points in December. Enright was the NCHC Goaltender of the Month for December, going 2-2 with a 2.25 goals against average and a .929 save percentage while stepping in for the injured Isaac Posh. Minnesota Duluth is coming off a pair of overtime games with Independent Alaska last weekend at Amsoil Arena. UMD tied the Nanooks 2-2 in the series opener, but fell 2-1 in the extra frame the next night. The Bulldogs have just one win in their last 7 games, a 4-2 win over Bemidji State of the CCHA on New Year's Eve. Senior captain Dominic James leads UMD in scoring with 9 goals and 18 points. SCSU and UMD split 4 games last season, with the home team winning each game. Finally, this weekend, number 13 and 14 Colorado College is on the road to take on Omaha at Baxter Arena. The Tigers are trying to bounce back after being swept by visiting Augustana of the CCHA last weekend. The Vikings won 5-1 on Friday before squeaking out a 3-2 win the next night. CC has just 2 wins in its last 10 games after an 8-0 start. The Tigers have managed more than 2 goals just twice in that 10-game stretch. Omaha returns home after a runner-up finish in the inaugural Cactus Cup tournament in Palm Springs, California last weekend. The Mavericks beat Holy Cross of Atlantic Hockey 4-3 in overtime in the semifinals thanks to a goal from Cam Mitchell. The next night, their comeback bid fell short in a 3-2 loss to then number 10 UMass Lowell of Hockey East in the championship. Last season, the Mavericks earned a win and a tie with a shootout win in the only regular season series with the Tigers. In the postseason, Omaha came from one game down to win 2-1 in the best-of-3 quarterfinal series to earn its first trip to the NCHC's Frozen Face-Off. There are nothing but conference games from here on out, so let's look at the standings through the first third of NCHC play. Western Michigan, which is idle this week, is in first place with 19 points, 2 ahead of North Dakota. Arizona State and St. Cloud State round out the top 4, with CC, DU, and Omaha close behind. Now for one last look at the schedule this weekend. Again, Friday's game between North Dakota and Arizona State can only be seen nationally on CBS Sports Network, while the other 7 games will stream exclusively on NCHC.TV, the official streaming platform of the conference. And make sure to visit NCHCHockey.com for the latest news, scores, and stats from the weekend. The next 2 months will determine who lifts the Penrose Cup, making each weekend action-packed. Thanks for watching this edition of the NCHC Morning Skate.